Oh, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, my saints? What's going on, y'all? Did y'all see this recent episode of the Have and a Have Not? This is a recap with J.DAREL. Have and a Have Not, season 4, episode 3. Review. Let's get into it. So let's roll to the credits so we can get into this episode because there was so much going on. So we're back with another review. You're back with another review with me, another episode of the Have and the Have Nots and Tyler Perry. You was doing this, okay? So we open up with this review, with this episode, back continuing from the last episode when Veronica went in on Maggie and slapped the dog FUCK out of her and kept doing it. So we get back, open up with this episode, her still slapping the FUCK out of her, choking her, trying to just sabotage her because she found out that, well, she thinks, she doesn't know for sure, that she thinks that David slept with her. But after all the rah-rah that is going on, all of the noise, the roommate have called the security. So the hotel security is bamming on the door, like, open up the door, open up the door. Maggie's like, no. Veronica's like, Maggie, go in the next room. And Maggie's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. She's like, bitch, go to the other room. You're going to learn to do what I said. Go to the other room. Maggie goes to the other room like a groupie. She pins David up by the door and opens the door like they've been having, like, rough off the wall sex. And, kind of fooled them a little bit, and she slaps the hell out of Jim like it. Like, don't get it twisted, I was kissing, I was trying to get them off of you, but boo. She slapped the hell out of him. She's like, she's been kissing you. I spent her weak ass perfume on you. Her lipstick is on you, so she's like, you know what? It's over, I can't do this no more. She gets her bag, gets her clothes, gets her stuff together, and meant to leave. He's trying to go back home. She's like, I dare you. You already know how crazy Veronica is. So that was that thing. We get back to Candace and Jim Cryer. She's still at it. She's still arousing him. He's aroused. Still messing with him. Still torturing him. Keep torturing him, and she keep asking him, "Are you gonna sign the paper?" He says no. So she goes on to the next step. So she gets some electrical equipment, pins it to the chair, which I don't know what it was. I forgot what it was, but if you know what it was, tell me down in the comments. But anyway, she pins it to the chair, and she's like, "Are you gonna sign these papers?" He's like, "No." So she turns it on. He's like, okay. And he's like, Candace, don't do that no more. Stop it. Stop it. Now, stop it. He's like, are you going to sign these papers? He's like, no. He's like, okay. I mean, she kept doing it. So he finally says, you know what? I'm going to sign these papers. He's going to sign these papers. But she thought about it. She's like, no. It's my, you're going to see how I felt. Sitting in that room with Mama Rose. Her torturing me, her scaring me, and that gun going off in my ear. You trying to kill me? You torture me? You gonna see how I feel? I'm gonna come back, and you're gonna sign these papers when I want you to sign these papers. And that was that. She called in war. He's like, Candace, no, please stop. She was like, what did you just say? 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 That did you just say, Candace, please? And she's loving it. That tension stuff. She's like, say it again. She's like, Candace, please. And she's like, nah, 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 nah. Goes on, she calls in war, and he goes on to start electrocuting him again. And remind you, Lord, let me tell you though. 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 Remember last episode when Candace like, you know what, you need some dick, and I'm going to call a band over here, and get him together with his little life. He's like, no, Candace, if you do it, I'm not going to open the door, and that's that. So we get to the scene after Benny left his home. He arrives at Jeffrey's apartment, and I'm like, Lord, this is going to be funny. You tell me, you heard me? Funny. Benny just disrespectful. Hell, just bamming on her like he HBD, like bamming on it. I was just bamming, boom, 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 bamming. So he gets up. He's like, oh shit, I know this helper did not just send no man over here. I'm not doing it. I'm tired. I'm just not over it. That's his expression sample. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm just gonna do it. So can leave and be done with it. So while Benny is bamming on the door, Jeffrey gets the turns on like look out the people. I guess he's kind of interested a little bit, but he still did not know that it was Candace's brother. So he opens the door. Let me tell you. So he opens the door, and guess what happened? He rushes to Beanie and kisses him on the lips. I was like, Lord have mercy, just kill me right now. Just. But I was like, you know what? I got back up because I got my life. It was so funny. He was like, get off me. And I mean, he was mad. He's like, don't you kiss me on the road like that. I thought you was Candy. I thought you came to stand up. It's where's my sister? Where's my sister? Where's Candy? Where's Candy? I don't know. Get out my apartment. He's like, get out my apartment before I call the police. I don't care. Where's Candy? So he chose him against one. He's like, where is Candy? He's like, I don't know. He's like, Candy. He's like, are you her brother? Are you Benny? He was like, yes. He's like, let me up him. So he's like, where's Candy? He's like, I don't know. She didn't tell me. He's like, how long have you been gone? He's like, she's been up for a couple hours. Did she tell you where she was going? He's like, no. Call her. He's like, okay, I'm gonna call her. Called her. Candace after. He's like, hello. Benny gets on the phone. Bro, where the hell you at? This, that, and the other. And she was like, I'm fine. I'm with War. He's like, let me speak to War. She was like, and he told War like, do not let her leave out of your sight. Don't go. He's like, boy, I know you got my back. I'm glad to see you back together. He's like, all right, do not let her out of sight. So he's like, okay, hangs up. And he's telling her like, I almost killed your friend. He's like, what happened? Like, he just ran up and kissed me. He's like, oh my god, you know. And he's like, well, let me talk. He's like, let me talk. She's like, let me talk to Jeffrey. And Jeffrey was like, I ain't got nothing to say to you. She's like, she's all that. So that Celine comes back, so we know Celine ain't dead. We know Wyatt ain't dead. So only two left to find out who got shot. Is the mother or is it Amanda? But I'm going to tell you my thing. Once we get to the end of this video, I'm going to tell you who I thought got shot. So, and I already been telling y'all this. I already know who got shot. I already know because I paid attention to the details. We're just gonna move, and move on. Okay. Celine walks in and sees Wyatt drunk as fuck, all on the couch, sleep, and seeing all the bottles are empty. And she's like, "What's going on, Wyatt? Wyatt, wake up, wake up!" He wakes up. He sees Celine. Basically disrespecting her because he knows what's been going on. So he pulls the heifer on the couch, all kissing all up on her, trying to get in her panties. Like, I'm like, why? What's going on? Are you drunk or was you always feeling her when you was little? Did she touch you when she was little? Like, what's going on? So he's touching her and kissing all up on her, and she's like, get off me, leave me alone, get off me. He's telling her, kissing up all her neck and just getting her aroused. And he's like, you feel that? And she's like, feel what? And she shaded him in his head. She's like, I thought that was that little tube of lipstick. I was like, bitch. She opened up the gate of shade on him, basically bluntly calling him little pinky little pinky. She basically like, you know what? I had Jim. He's bigger than you. Pow. She's like, you know what? When you grow up, then you can come holler at me. I was like, go in, Celine, and let have, honey. That was it. And basically, she's fighting him to get up off her, and she's like, get up off me. She's crying, get up off me. He finally lets her up and start reading her text messages about the scene. He also gets to the point after he reads text messages, he called Candace. And she's like, Candace, it's my Amanda's friend? And she's like, yes, he's been screwing Candace. And she's like, yeah, he's like, I know, huh? You want to just pull his eyes out. And she's like, I guess he's trying to agree with him with expressions a little bit. He's like, yeah, I want to too. But he's not here. And he's like, yeah, because when I got a few words for that motherfucker. I was like, okay. He's like, all this stuff. I was like, you know what? This is going to be something. Because once Jim finally gets him under all this BS with Candace, I wouldn't think he was going to have to Tyler Perry. You got me. You got me in. But that was that. And then the funny part what got me again, what was funny, he's like, yeah. When she get ready to leave, he's like, yeah, you look good in them jeans. You should wear jeans more. And he's like, when she walks out, she's like, and she turns around and walks out. He's like, yeah, give me some of that ass. I was like, oh no, the hell you didn't. I was like, really? You serious? Really? You serious? Really? You serious? Really? You serious? He was like, so you gonna give me some of that ass? I was like, Wyatt, really? When I tell you, I fell out laughing. I was like, like you really think you gonna get them Mexican enchiladas? No, she's not gonna get no enchiladas, no rice, no pupusas. She's not gonna give you none of that. I was like, Lord have mercy, why you had me dead? Get back to the house with Hannah and Michael. And remind you, Michael woke up. She's in the kitchen. She's getting things together. So she go check them. And he wakes up. He's like, man, I'm tired. He's like, we can. She's like, you can sleep another hour, and then you gotta get up and gotta go to work. And I guess he's like, yeah. So he gets up and goes to the restroom. Comes back behind Hannah, kissing all up on her, massaging her, getting her all wet, juiced up, just coochie juice just dripping from her thighs. And we get talking about you ain't never had a man. How long has it been? She's up to my, do you like me? Do you find me attractive? I was like, okay, hell no. Michael is trying to get them panties, them Christian panties. He's trying to get up in that hole. He's trying to get up in that holy off. Anyway, lays Hannah down, kissing up on her. She's denying it, but she's sexually wanted. She's sexually hot. She's like, no, don't do this, don't do this, no. I can't do this. I'm a Christian. No, I can't do this. And she just let it happen. And Tyler Perry asked, go to commercial. I was like, Tyler Perry, you tried it. But so Veronica, and Veronica. So Veronica arrived at Jeffrey's apartment, all distraught, had weed messed up, basically what she had on the night before. Comes into Jeffrey's apartment and he's like, Mom, what's going on? Mom, what are you doing? What's going on? It's like, your father had an affair. Your father had an affair. He's like, oh my God, no, you're kidding, man. He said, you had an affair with Maggie. He's like, but she's like, are you happy? Are you happy? He's like, for what? It's your fault. It is your fault. Like, we've been arguing about you because you want to be a damn homosexual. It's your fault. We've been arguing and arguing. Everything said. He left the house. He packed his bag, left the house with it. He turned on, walked in on him. That bitch, Maggie. I was like, she tried it. I see what you're doing. I see the tea. I see the shade, and I see your tactics, Veronica. I see what you're doing. You do not have to make that boy feel bad, but I know what you're doing. You're trying to make him not be gay. You tried it, Veronica. You can try it. You tried it. Okay, you tried it. You did. But in the mix of them talking, guess who walked in? You're right. You're right. Candace ass walked in. You already know. Candace and Veronica are like all in one and don't get along. Veronica can't stand Candace ass. But you know what? Candace walks in like, oh my God, look who's here. Veronica, you look horrible. Your weed is a mess. And she's going on, they're going back to my, and Veronica, you a whore. You a $2 streetwalker, but you think you're rich. Right, the difference between me and you, honey, you can't breathe the air that I breathe. When you get a degree and be able to lay down $25 million before your degree, honey, then you're a millionaire. Now you think you're just like these rappers, honey. You're just like these rappers who think you get $1 million, you got watches, gold, and this and think you're that. No, honey, you're nothing more than a $2. You're nothing more than a $2 streetwalker. And Candace like, you know what? I know what's going on. You don't have to tell me. You called David with Maggie coming out the hotel. And she's like, and she looked at Jeffrey like, you told her? And she was like, no, Mom, I did not tell you. I did not tell you. She's like, Jeffrey, get her out of here. Put her out. He's like, Candace, you have to leave. And she's like, Jeffrey, the car. He's like, Candace, go. You gotta go. If you know, when she mentions the car, she means that Jeffrey's name is on the car. And that's the same car that the police are looking for because it has handprints on it that is tied to Wyatt and it's tied to Jeffrey because his name is on it. They killed the little girl there, which is the police look for. All she had to do is turn it in and they can reopen that case. That Jim tried to pull over and have closed. So when she mentioned the car, Jeffrey's like, bitch, you gotta go. I'm not going to jail for nobody at all. So you can go. Cam's like, you know what? I'm not going nowhere. He's like, Mom, she's not going to leave. And she thought about it. She's like, you know what? You can tell the evil look at her. She's like, you know what? You don't have to come here, sweetie. You can stay however long you want. So how long you going to stay? She's like, how long I need to stay? She's like, so is it going to be like a day? She's like, yeah. She's like, you know what? Have a nice Jeffrey. Walks out the door all calm, cool, and collected, bitch. She already know what she got down her thing. Walks out the store, pull her cell phone out, dials it. Hello. Yo. I know where she is. Where she at? She's at my son's apartment, 2402, Hollywood Lane, apartment 7. I'll be there. Wait, she's with a man. What? Yeah, she's with the man. Oh, I got it. I'ma handle it. Don't hurt him. He's my son. What? He's your son? Yeah, but do me. Don't kill him. Roughen him up. Roughen him up. Beat him up a little bit. And give him a taste of reality. Alright, I'll handle this. I got you. This has been Recap with J.DAREL. Have and the Have Not. Season 4, Episode 3. Stay tuned for next week, because next week is going to get juicy. We find out Hannah comes back to work. Hannah finds whoever got shot is blood everywhere. Jim chokes. I guess he somehow chokes the hell out of Candace, and I guess she falls asleep, or she fake falls asleep. And then they get to the press conference where he's supposed to announce, and Jim Cryer is not there. So stay tuned next week, because next week's review is gonna be bang, bam.